All right, triangles. Welcome to the clusterfuck known as the Triglavian Times. I'm back, suited up today. I'm Sabbat, your host. Here with my co-hosts Reece
What's up?
and Kylon.
Triangle, triangle.
Ooh woo. Um, so we're just gonna cover a bunch of different stuff today because we're gonna go back to back, kind of this weekend, next weekend. Just because it'll be chaos around Totality Day. So we'll kind of have a Totality Day episode coming up next weekend. Hopefully, I finally hear back on the last events that I don't know about and Kylan doesn't know about. So we'll see. Um, so we're going to kind of talk about all the updates and changes that are coming around with the new kind of arcs that they've brought back, kind of like the old days where they kind of roadmap shit out, which we haven't had one of those in forever. Cover a little bit of that shit and some of the stuff that's been seen on Hobo Leaks and whatnot. Um, First impressions for you guys before we get into the nitty gritty of what you're looking forward to for the changes that they have kind of mapped out right now.
I mean, I haven't really seen much that they're doing with industry, to be honest. That's been whetting my appetite.
Yeah. Well,
I think that they've just like said, "Oh, look, it's going to be this cool faction warfare stuff, and then you're going to spend your LP on hulls and stuff, and cool, yay!" It will be good for some people that are trying to make some money off of making the new hulls,
yeah.
but I don't know. Well, the thing is that I still think it's going to be hamstrung because you're still losing like standings, right?
Hmm.
And you still can't be a part of it like as a individual without dragging your alliance into it,
Yeah.
and that's really bad. Accessibility should be key for this.
Hmm.
People don't want to regrind their shit, especially new players.
Yeah.
What
No,
do you mean? I PvP and I'm gonna lose standings? What?
I agree with you on that one. Uh, Kylon, what about you?
I mean, yeah, the same thing. I mean, I always faction warfare is one of the things I always want to try, but until they make it easier to get involved with it, I probably won't.
Yeah. Until next year when they roll out the
Mhm.
Legion stuff. Yeah. I mean, we've kind of harped on that on a couple episodes that kind of pisses me off. I agree with you guys. It kind of is a shit show, especially with the new ships coming out, which we'll kind of go into a little bit of detail on that shit. I am kind of excited about the Eve Evolved shit coming out, even though like people on Reddit were like, "Oh yay, now it's gonna take forever for you to fucking undock," and it's like, no, it's gonna be the same thing. It's just you're not gonna just sit there and it's gonna wait, finally undock you. It'll show your ship at least flying off. So
I mean,
I kind of am looking forward to that hangar based
Just
upgrade.
a fancy version of that little circle
Hmm.
indicator, I guess, is
well,
what
I
it is.
mean, let's be honest. The art team and the sound team do good work.
They
Oh,
do.
baller work, yeah,
It's the content team that needs to be beat with a stick a little bit. See if they can't do better.
yeah. So I
And
mean,
the industrial head.
yeah, I am looking forward to that stuff. I mean, it's supposed to come out in October. We've got the horrors. What is it again? Who runs whatever NPC pirates run that one? That one's always gonna be fun. So I'm kind of looking forward to some of the shit for October, mainly Totality Day, but
And
and the
that
visuals and audio, which will be nice because there's the
you know
whole
the best part of the Halloween thing is the fact you get to have higher drop rates for all the stuff you blow up.
hmm
And
For me, I think that's great.
you can get your pods. Pods drop their implants during that time, right? Or is that
yep.
Easter?
Uh,
That's Easter, I
you know,
think.
yeah, yep, that's the egg hunt.
Okay, okay.
That's the Easter event.
But I think that there
But no,
should
the
be a random
Halloween,
chance that
the
all that
Halloween
stuff
one is
drops.
great.
I do think that faction stuff should have a different drop rate and officer stuff. not
Yeah,
just a flat 50.
it'd be interesting if they change it up a little bit. Um, so they got
Or
the
have a
other
way for you to influence it.
yeah. So yeah, we got all those sounds changes coming next month. Um, we've got new free like AMD FreeSync is going to be able to be active, and your graphics will look even better,
I
which would
mean,
be nice.
eh,
I mean, yes, it is kind of polishing a turd. We get it.
I mean, I'm not saying that the art team is not doing a good job. I'm just saying that don't we have other priorities?
Yeah. I mean, I like it, but it is kind of polishing up a turd. Get a little spit
I
shine
don't
up in
know.
there. Um, what else was there? Let's
I
see.
mean, the current meta is like when a lot of FCs tell you before a large fleet battle to disable the audio engine altogether.
Yep.
And
Turn
I've
down the
been running,
graphics.
yeah, I've been running without sound for a long time, and I kind of regret it sometimes because I might notice things I wouldn't have otherwise noticed. But
Yeah.
Well, I think it's important to have your alerts up, but about anything else, no way.
yeah,
Yeah.
You
Alerts
so
are
know,
the
maybe
biggest
that'll
thing.
change. Hopefully that changes.
I don't think alerts are the biggest thing in the world. I don't think they're, the end times of having alerts on. But I get it because I know some people like with their PCs,
well, when you
like,
have 10 boxes running,
uh, well, not even that. Some people will have like, they'll just be triple boxing and they're in tie dye and they're like, yeah, I'm in black screen mode. Like I have no graphics on whatsoever. Yeah. So
so I've got something to ask you. Uh, there's Sabbat. How's the burning Pochfin going?
with the what in Parchment?
The burning.
Oh, the burninating, all the things. I don't
Yeah.
know. We're
Has it
still.
like slowed down a little bit?
There's more combat and stuff here and there, but the burn. I mean, at least Kybernauts we're making timers when we can.
How's the POS cleanup going? I mean, is it the
Uh,
stick?
well, I know Kino is free and clear now.
That's beautiful.
There's a couple other systems that are cleared out now too.
Uh-huh.
Because we actually the last pause that we blew up in Kino was a memorial pause, and we had CCP put up the cargo container in what Uli or whatever, wherever the hell they
Yeah,
do it.
for the guy
They,
or
for the
person.
guy who passed away, yeah.
Yeah.
So we could burn it and be done with it, and kind of have clean space in at
Well, I
least
mean, that's
Kino.
good on you guys because that is still respecting the fallen capsuleer.
hmm So we did that, and we cleaned that. I think that was last week, Sunday. We cleaned that one out.
Mm-hmm.
I did not join into on that fight mainly because I was exhausted.
Okay.
I was at a Halloween concert last weekend. Was it last weekend or the weekend before? Could have swore it was last.
Yeah.
Let me check dates.
What about have any other structures really gone down? I haven't really noticed it.
Oh no, that was 2 weekends ago. No, no other structures have gone down yet. There's been a lot of timer hell creating. We'll see how it
Hey,
goes.
I think the Scarcon fort's been ref twice
Yep.
now. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know. That Scarcon fort needs to go.
Twice recently, that is.
Okay. I was wrong, Reece. It was 2 weekends ago that I was at the Helen concert. I was just kind of
Hmm.
out of it last
Look,
weekend. But
I
yeah,
mean,
so
it is what it is.
I had my huge tribal metal music concert, which was a blast. That's all I
I'm
gotta
sure it
say.
was. Well, as
Um,
long as you're having fun.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. I wasted way too much money, but yeah, the burnating of Pakvan, I did not expect it to happen overnight. It's
I
gonna
wasn't
take time.
expecting it either,
Yeah, it's gonna
but
take
I think
time.
it's good
It's
to check up on.
Yeah, it's time. I mean, it all depends on what's going on. You
Lots
know,
of work.
it is. I mean, Otella still has a fuck ton of them to get
What
burned down.
sticks?
No actual structures still.
Oof.
Um, it's gonna be time and effort to burninate the shit out. So
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be a rush. I mean, rushing it means too many losses on our side of the battlefield, which we don't want. I think I talked about it, what, 3 or 4 weeks ago or 5 weeks ago. Like, I don't know. I'm a small gang FC. I don't do big battleships, and seeing like 30 Ishtars show up and there's only like 11 of us in Lashak, so I was like, yeah, this is gonna happen. Like, I'm not whelping everyone's like one bill
Number
Lashak.
of Ishtars is too damn high.
Yep.
Ishtars is, I mean, the nullsec bear knows how to, weaponize Ishtar. It's like I learned how to fly an Ishtar pretty quick when I was in nullsec.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
I
fly
gotta
one.
admit that Dora the Miner.
Yep.
At first glance, you're like, oh, it's a one guy flying a bunch of Ishtars. How fucking threatening could that possibly be? No, he's really seriously dangerous.
Yeah.
Don't mess around.
I mean,
Don't fuck around.
I have an Ishtar, but it's set up for me to grind back security status, which I finally got it back. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
finally back at 5.0. I think it was like Thursday or Wednesday. Finally got back up. So
It sounds like it was a pain to grind.
yeah, well, I'm just waiting. Noir, Alexia Card from Noir will reach out to me and ask me if I want to join something, and I'll go running to low sec to blow some shit up, and I'll tank it again.
Eh, well, I mean, it is low sec, so.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with that for the first time now. I've got a character that gets messed with in high sec now because I created it in low sec and he's just lived there the entire time he's been a character, and so I think he just hit like -2.5, so the cops are chasing him. It's weird. It's a different existence.
Well, they talked about, if I remember right, they talked about like messing around with that so where it meant more ages ago. Like pandemic time, they talked about how they wanted to make that different.
Yeah. I don't think it was ever touched. Or if it was changed slightly.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mainly live in Pockvin, but I like my security status for my Concord ships for repping myself. So
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, everybody's got to go to Jita somehow.
yeah.
Well,
Whether
that's
you
why
got
you
an
only have
alt or
room.
what, yeah, you got an alt or whatever. You got to get there.
Yep.
Hmm.
God, I wish I knew what those were.
I mean, they want you to have those alts now with those discounts.
Yeah, nope, not happening. I've already nuked out. Like, no, I haven't touched that character yet. That was
Yeah.
my.
Omega still 300 plex right now, so if you haven't plexed up your tunes, fucking do it immediately.
Yeah. Flex prices were out of control. That's something else we can cover really quick. What it was
Oh,
like 5.9 million per.
no.
I know it got
It was
higher
like
than that.
8.
Yeah, I
It
know
was
it got
like
higher.
8. Now, I'm not saying it's that now. I'm just saying it was.
Yeah, it went redonkulous.
And that's bad.
Yeah,
They said something like, didn't they say like 17 trillion ISK changed hands that day that they
Yeah.
introduced it?
Yep.
So I don't know. Was that a Hail Mary for CCP to make some more money?
Yeah, who knows? I
No.
don't know. I don't know. It bums me out that I didn't keep my Plex until now. That would have been a lot
Yeah, I was
richer.
gonna say people that have been sitting on Plex.
That was the time to sell.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh
Mhm.
boy.
even Brisk was like, I sold what I had, and he's like, and I bought more and sold it. I was like, I thought about it when I saw that price hike, but
Yeah.
I
It
dropped.
took Omega for me. Omega was about 1.6 billion, down from like 2.4.
Yeah, I mean, I dropped $250 on a Kickstarter for tabletop gaming.
You shouldn't have done that.
God, dude, I'm so excited for it though.
Yeah, but you know.
And I gotta buy a new PC. So
Oh yeah. We did that the other day, Kylon. He should send you the link. I built one right on the fly, and he was like, "That's what I wanted,"
it
Oh
was what
yeah,
I want. Yeah,
and I'm just like, "Yeah, because it's not too expensive. It does what you need to do. I mean, what more do you want? You know?"
it probably won't just randomly decide to crap out on me once a day, every day.
yeah. You need a reliable whip.
Yeah,
Yeah, I set him up with like an AMD and
all the shit
some
that I want.
32 gigs of RAM,
Well,
a
I was
decent video card.
I
You got
was
to be able to run at least 20 virtual machines for alphas.
Yes, yes, yes.
we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, well, I've got a shitty GeForce 1660, like, but like I was looking at a 30 series. I was looking at 32 gigs of RAM instead of 16, like all solid state hard drive, like, and I was just saying it on the fly, and all of a sudden Reece just shot me a PC builder, like, this is what you want. I'm like, that's pretty damn close to what I actually had.
That's what I wanted. Can you read minds?
hmm So yes, I will have less issues. Hopefully, I'll be able to actually stream gameplay.
Well, hopefully.
um,
With that video card and the RAM, you should be able to do it all.
yeah.
And the
Um,
chip. The chip's good.
yeah, because yeah. Uh, kind of backtrack a little bit. Let's get to the ships in particular, since Reese cares about industry. Kind of like,
That's not really my thing.
I know, but industry stuff. I know mining is your thing.
Yeah, that's why we got Kylon. Yes, Kylon, you know all the things. Tell us all about it. What these ships mean to Pochven, even. Because these will have an impact on Pochven.
Yeah,
Let's see. Well, I'll be honest. The only thing I've really looked at closely is the Navy battle cruisers.
yeah. So let's cover the frigs really quick. So the frigs are basically gonna be interesting mainly because they're throwing a wrench in the superiority of the Astero. They
Yeah.
actually get some benefit. They get benefits to relic and data analyzers, reduction in core, the scanner probe
Oh,
launchers.
isn't it the combat scanner probes on the Navies get a CPU reduction as well?
Mm.
Isn't that the big thing?
Oh yeah, they're calling them exploration frigates.
Yeah, they're basically exploration frigates now. The
So
frigs.
is this when they drop the price of Asteros finally?
Now people just stop mining, farming blueprints, and then the price will go up.
Uh,
I wonder
So
how these blueprints will disseminate. Hopefully, they have an event where you can farm them.
I have a feeling it's just going to
it's
be
gonna be
all
LP.
oriented around the LP and the new systems.
Oh yeah, yeah, good point.
It'll be LP.
Y- you can't blame them for that.
No,
They
I
want
mean
to
it's
make the
part
new
of faction
content
warfare, so
pertinent.
it's not LP. I know they're doing like token things. I saw that on Hobo Leaks. Oh, the event. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm just saying, like I think blueprints eventually will be coming strictly from LP. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's the tokens. Thanks.
Oh
Thanks.
okay.
Thanks, Twitch chat. Yeah. 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 I saw the tokens on Hobo Leaks, and I was like, "What the fuck are these?" Because I don't really care about faction warfare until
You know
I
what
don't have to
though?
leave Kybernauts.
You know why they're doing it that way? Is that way people who have been banking the hell out of LP right now can't just flood the market with this stuff. That's why they're doing it.
All right. So the Cyclone fleet issue. Uh, per level is 9% to heavies and assaults, heavy assaults. For rate of fire, 5% to explosive velocity, 5% reduction in sig radius. Can use one command burst, 50% bonus to command burst, area of effect range, 25% bonus to missile velocity. So for missile boats, that is a pretty good boat. I think that was one of the ones I got a little bit of a chubby for.
Hmm.
I
Ferox.
like the prophecy.
Yeah, the prophecy was nice. Ferox is 10% uh, turret damage, 7.5 tracking speed, 7.5 shield booster, 7.5 shield booster reduction in shield booster power and CPU requirements.
Hmm.
And then it's just same command burst area effect, and then 25% bonus to optimal range and fall off for hybrid turrets.
What do you think about the what this is going to do for small gang? Because a lot of times small gangs is in BCs or below.
It will shake up the system a little bit, and I think small gamers will come up with some new interesting metas.
I think
Um,
so as well.
it's going to change the meta. I don't think it's going to be right away, but it will change up the meta quite a bit.
Yeah, because
Um,
at first the ships are going to be hard to get.
yeah, I mean, most elitist small gangers have a fuck ton of ISK anyways, so they don't really care. Um, but sorry about that. They have a lot of ISK. Um, I mean, I've looked at some of the builds, and I've seen like 4 bill succubuses on being spread around Discord by elitist small gangers. So the money isn't the problem. It's just the meta's gonna have to change, and people are gonna have to kind of change up how they're flying and stuff. A lot of small gangers also don't. It's typically BC or below, but even then, a lot of small gangers typically they might do battleships or BCs, but most of them it's they like to be light and fast.
Yeah, I mean, it makes
So
sense because when you're in a small group, you want to be nimble
yeah,
because
you want
that's
to be
how
able
you
to run.
beat your enemy.
You want to be like what Kybernauts has done when we've yeeted into nullsec and are running for our lives, being chased. Like there's 8 of us being chased by like a 40-man fleet
Yeah.
because we, killed some of their players farming.
Well, I mean, look, it's content generation. What are you talking about?
Wow. So the Myrmidon, I actually kind of am interested in using too. Um, it's 10% bonus to drone hit points and damage, 10% stasis web of fire, velocity decrease, uh, 10% bonus to damage for hybrid turrets.
Wasn't there one that was like webifying drones or something like that?
We
And
are going
with
to get
this,
that to that shortly. 7.5% bonus to armor repair amount, which is nice. Command burst area, 25% bonus to hybrid turret optimal range and fall off, and then a plus 12.5 bonus to drone micro warp drive velocity. So your drones can get on
that's
target a little bit faster.
that's interesting.
So
I
here we
like that
go.
prophecy.
Mm,
Surprised that it uses hybrid weapons. So
I don't know. No, that did change. That did change. Because that web of fire was. Oh, no, yeah, that's web of fire drone velocity. That's the MERM.
That would
oh,
yeah,
the
yeah,
merm. Sorry.
Yeah, stasis web of fire drone factor.
but the web drones are like garbage, aren't they?
They're
Historically, yes.
I think with this bonus, I mean, because if you're level 5 in Galente battle cruisers, you're going to get a 50% bonus to velocity reduction. So that can be a little dirty because you can be stasis web of firing them, long pointing them, and you can get up on top of them with blasters and shred them.
No, I haven't heard of many people ever using the web drone.
I think I have them in one of my ships. I can't remember what one.
Mostly people just bring DPS drone
Yep.
or jamming drone, you know?
So the prophecy that Kylon was talking about, that's 7.5 to damage, 10% to optimal range, 5% to drone damage and hit points, 10% bonus to ship armor hit points. They can get chonky. I think someone like when one of our guys went on CC and was like, I just made this chonkier than you can make a Drekovic."
Well,
Um,
Drekovic needs love anyways, let's be
yeah.
real.
Um, so same command bursts, and then same bonus to drone velocity as Galente, and then
Mhm.
it gets the same turret optimal range and fall off bonus.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean the Cyclone will be interesting for missile boats. The Prophecy I think is really good. The Merm is probably a close second to the Prophecy in my opinion.
Mhm. Well, one thing to think about as well is this is a alpha ship.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. I mean, new bros who don't have, an Omega account can fly these.
hmm So Reece can fly these things.
Ha ha ha. Not installing the game until you know that one thing.
Yeah, I
So
don't know.
it's all up on you now, bud.
I know. I gotta work on that. You just
It's
want to
all up.
play for free. I get it.
I mean, I don't want to pay 50% more on my sub fee, man.
Um. So yeah, the ships are the new ships are pretty cool. I'm kind of curious to see how the frigs go because they are like exploration frigates. So that'll
Yeah.
be interesting.
I mean,
It'll be a little different because you won't have constantly seeing like either a Heron or an Astero pretty much only, maybe a Magnate. It'll kind of change things up a little bit, so it'll be interesting. But the battle cruisers, that's gonna be. I'm probably gonna have to sit down and start looking at some fun things to do on some bigger small gang fleets.
there's a lot to be done with it, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's just a matter of how do you want to run it and what are you going to design out of it? And I think that's part of the fun of watching Eve sometimes, even from a distance, is seeing what people come up with and seeing what they do with something that CCP never thought would happen or CCP never thought of. And then it's like, oh no, we have to nerf this now. Uh, I don't know.
yeah.
And as always, everyone wants a trig marauder.
Uh, the day that they give you a Trig Marauder is the day they nerf the Lashak into the ground.
Yeah. I
Probably.
I want a trig bomber personally because that'd be fun. So it'd be too squirrely and weird to do because
How do you spool up a bomb, though?
no, it wouldn't have to school up. It'd have to do dual damage, explosive thermal, which would be weird.
No, what if like the longer you like held something on target, the more damage
Oh,
it would
no,
do?
it launches those singularity balls.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. That's
I
how it
heard you
does
like
dual.
singularities.
Like usual, devolving into trig T3Cs, me personal trig T3D, uh, industry
No, I want a
ships.
Trig T3D. Come on,
Dude,
give me something wicked.
the Icky's pretty fucking dirty. The Kiki is dirty, and I mean it's used all over the place. But a T3D version of it, like well, not the same thing as the Kiki, but like a T3D, like
The Kiki already outperforms most of the T3Ds we have, I think. So.
yeah, it does.
Well, it's like you get enough of these guys, you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a super, and then you're going to die.
Yeah.
You can't hit them. Good luck.
Yep. Existing hauling ships that should be allowed for players to be used. Black
I
Ops
don't know.
bridge, a Black Ops, a Blop shack.
Oh,
Yeah,
That would be pretty sexy.
that'd be nasty.
it'd be fun.
I'd train into Black Ops for that.
Nah, I already can. I am so excited. I think I have 8 days left, and my last rigging skill 5 is done,
Yeah.
and then I'm into getting level 5 in all the cruiser
The rigging
T2.
skills make a big
Oh
difference
yeah,
when you're
I
trying to
could.
fit.
Oh, I can fly a Retry now. Like this Retry I have, I needed a power grid implant to fly it. I don't need it anymore. I
Like, I don't need
can,
you
I,
anymore. Power grid +1 implant.
I can clean clone that fucker. But yeah, no, I'm about to start up my cruisers, battle cruisers, T2s, T3s, training. So I just have weapons and T2 ships to train into, and T3s for cruisers, except for the Proteus, because that's still hot garbage.
It's been hot garbage for a minute.
Yeah.
I've seen it as a nasty, tanky tackle ship
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
where it just holds you down forever.
it could be used in certain situations, but compared to all other T3Ds, it will get plopped off the field a lot easier. So, oh well. But yeah, I got like 290-day skill training queue to go.
Hmm.
And
Did
then
you
I'll
flex
finally,
more on your account, though?
I don't know, I'm good until next year, I think this month.
Double check. I mean,
No,
if
no, I know. I check
because
it all the
taking
time.
advantage of this would be good.
No, I bought the year sub when they had it cheap again, right before the sub
Yeah.
prices went up. So, so Reece, do you want to get into your little funsies before we get into final news kind of dealio?
Which funsies?
Your funsies about the year 2003.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about, Eve came out in 2003, and you think about that, this was the year that SimCity 4 came out.
Oh shit.
This was the year that Freelancer came out. Who played Freelancer here? I know I did, because it's just like the reason I even backed Star Citizen and why I hate Star Citizen now. Grand Theft Auto Vice City came out. Planet Side. What another good one? What was the one I talked about? Command and Conquer Generals.
Yep.
Civilization 3. I'm just looking at the list. Knights of the Old Republic, the original RPG game.
It's still to this day as of 2020. I saw some 2020 lists of best RPG games to play, and it's still in the top 10.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this was an interesting time, honestly. There was like a couple. I think there was a Tomb Raider, Angel of Darkness came out, stuff like that. But what I'm thinking of trying to point out here is, as much as we shit on Eve, it's been out for a long time,
Yeah.
and it's lasted longer than a lot of these things.
So true. So true.
And it makes me wonder how far we're going to take it, because it is getting a little bit long in the tooth, and I'm hoping this content block, what do they call it, quadrants now?
No, they kind of went back to arcs.
I don't know. This game still nearly can give me a heart attack. It did that to
Yeah.
me earlier today, and I don't know anything else that's like that
Look, you
on
shouldn't
the
be getting
computer
heart
anyway.
At your age, man, we got to be careful, okay?
Yeah.
We can't stress our hearts out. Think about your kids, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's nothing on the computer that, you know.
I did find the single player Eve though. I did find it. And I swear it was made by a guy who got pissed off at Eve. You know, Ashes of Creation is made by a guy that got pissed off at Arcade. That is the literal reason why he decided to make it.
I mean, that happens sometimes. I mean, look at some of the private servers that did stuff that were like, they did stupid shit near the end of the lifetime of the game, so we're just not going to implement those final patches. And
Yeah,
they have thriving private servers.
yeah. Like I play on Star Wars Galaxies right now
I
before
know.
it got its combat upgrade. And they're doing a good job adding new content. They're adding content more often than Eve is.
Yeah.
But that isn't a high bar to set.
No. I mean,
But
I
I still got a meme. I still got a
well,
meme, man.
I mean, I get it. I mean, there is a lot of spaghetti code. There's a lot
Well,
of bullshit going on, but
Eve
Linguini code.
yeah.
Eve should have taken advantage of the pandemic and rebased their code.
Fucking ravioli code.
They should have rebased their code. And then there would have been no problems. It would have been like, okay, and the fan fest would have been, hey guys, we're going to make Eve 2 basically so you can shit this Eve up, and then we'll have Eve 2 with a better code base we can actually fix and not need someone from 2003 to fix it.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem they have right now is a lot of the systems are so old and decrepit and interconnected that if they pull one thing out, it destroys everything.
Oh, it fucks up the game. It literally crashes the game.
Yeah. And I don't want that. I don't know about you, but I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want things fucked up.
I've seen people say things about, Eve 2.0, da 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 da. Like it'd be awesome if they rebased it and that they wouldn't run into these problems and they could iterate on stuff a lot faster and not have to worry about the old, spaghetti code that you remove one line from it, the game completely breaks. And then on the
Hmm.
flip side, I'm like, oh cool, Eve 2.0, sure, that'd be sweet. But you better transfer all my shit, my years of fucking training skills over.
I already have a way to get around that. Okay?
I know
You
we've
just
talked
give
about it,
people hyper exclusive skins for how many skill points you have in.
and then I just don't play because I don't want to regrind it all.
Well, that's the thing. They don't make it the same where you have to regrind it all.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I
Oh
mean,
no. How many million skill points do you have?
138 million.
Okay. And if you had to start at 10% of that,
I would.
and you could
Mm,
get if you could get at trig carriers and super carriers and trig titans, I think you do it. Look at you, you're hesitating.
give me a Trig T3D, a Trig Marauder, and a Trig T3C. Maybe,
And we're talking.
maybe. But the chances that they do that are nil, and they just want me to start back from zero again and just be like, here's a shiny little skin.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Like, I mean, the tune I play is from '07. It's got a
Well,
lot of
well,
fucking training on it.
didn't China do this where they basically blew up the old and brought in the new?
They're, they're reseeding the entire galaxy. It's not happening yet, but their plans is to reseed it. So null sec is in the center, high sec's on the outside.
Yeah, I just think it'd be good for the health of the game to have a real shakeup.
Yeah, no,
Com-
I just
I
can't
don't
do
know.
it. Like, if I lose everything, it'd be really hard for me to play again because I just wouldn't want to be playing back down. I mean, yes, it'd be the chaos era again, like back in the early days of Eve, where people were fighting over like they were excited to get hold one piece of Sov, and like there was no huge blocks. But if you have a bunch of returning Eve players coming in and they're all starting back out at zero, they're still going to all race, and you're going to have the same blocks again, pretty much.
I don't know. I think that it would change things up a bit because as much as we meme on the blocks, I don't think that everybody's willing to do the same thing again.
It
And if Solve was different, it'd be even better.
if Salve was different, yes, but the thing is the amount of players that would still the amount of nullsec players, no offense to null Care Bears, that would come over and play on the new Eve, they would literally race to nullsec and start carving out their Sov like as fast as possible.
Yeah, but you know as well as I do, when it's like that, it's so easy for small groups to dislodge them
Oh yeah,
because there's not the trillion upon trillion ISK wallets backing a
that
block.
that would be the nice benefit is everyone gets reset to 0.
Because that's one of the worst things right now. It's like if you're fighting goons, you're fighting how many years of a group and how much proliferation, how much,
Yeah, fuck tons of ISK
experience.
plus yeah, unbelievable amount of ISK wallet tanking is possible. Yeah,
I mean, look at it. The World War B that we had just recently, that did not tank their wallets.
yeah, no,
And
barely.
they were still paying SRP every day
Yeah,
on time. They weren't even delaying it.
yeah, no. Well,
They weren't
unlike
even
test,
reducing it.
unlike test.
I'm just, it's just boggling the mind. And when I was on the other side of it, SRP got delayed. People said that they had to raise taxes because SRP wasn't enough, was eating too much into things.
Yeah.
And they taxed us more. And I'm just like, this is not going so well, methinks.
Yeah, I don't know.
What
It's
about Kylon? What would you do if Eve had the great reset?
I don't know. I would use what I know now about Eve to rebuild it all, I think.
Yeah, the knowledge is something you just can't.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
know it's not like I
replace.
forgot how to do it.
I would race straight into Pokvin.
I'd probably fly to 1DQ. Of course, probably couldn't set up a grid like that anymore, could you?
No.
No, you can't. That's
No,
all
but
like
I would
legacy stuff.
want 1DQ not to be 1DQ anymore. I would want it like the Chinese server where null's in the middle,
No, that could be
not
interesting.
the center of galaxy, all the high sec.
Yeah. There would be two things I'd do. Is first, well, the having it on the outside is kind of cool because then you have to travel through the space to go to the next empire.
That
It's
means
not like
nullsec
you take
isn't
little
safe
shortcuts.
anymore.
Yeah. And it makes nullsec super scary because people can fucking jump all over you, like
Yeah.
blopsing in and jump bridging in is you can get everywhere at that point. But no, there'd be two things I would do in particular. A, I'd run to Pokemon as fast as possible, and B, I'd probably look for the most triangular shape of 3 systems to hold Sav in.
Wouldn't be fun grinding up that 7.0.
No,
Oh
I
yeah.
would probably I'd blow my brains out again.
Dude, I don't have 7.0. I just barely got
Well,
3.0.
on the other hand, we know how to do it a lot better than we
Yeah, we
did
do.
at first. Well, we didn't know how to do it at all at first. So
I
That
mean,
and
think about all the people.
yeah, that'd be the other thing is I think it'd be a more of a Wild West of people grinding up standings.
I think that'd be healthy. I do not like where Potfin's going right now, where it is becoming the war ground between PH, FRT, and Goon.
Yeah.
It's becoming where the nullsuckers come for content. And I saw a meme on Reddit where there's, the Family Guy meme
Mm-hmm.
where Meg says you think you're all better than me, and it says nullsec ratting. And then Peter's sitting there as Velspar mining abyssals, literally anything else.
Yeah.
I think that the way null secers have to make ISK is not where it needs to be. And if it was a better, like it should be, they wouldn't be in POC.
Yeah. There's a lot of how we could they could be back to their dirty little holes in nullsec a lot easier if they just fixed nullsec a little bit. But they're here, so I got to
Yeah,
deal with
they're
them.
here until they get what they want, or something else becomes the best thing to grind up.
They're here until the next big war, and they'll all be out in nullsec. And when that happens, there'll be like smaller sigs left behind, and that's when Trogdor the Burninator comes through Pockman again.
I do not see them sticky. I don't see them pulling out for a war
They
because
will.
I think wars are slowing down now because the PCU's down. And as much as people want to say wars are content, they're not really worth fighting anymore.
CCP will want them though. That's the thing, is because look at how high the PCU count jumped up when World War B2 started.
Yeah, but nobody's going to fight that war again.
You never know.
And think about it. During that war, they broke the economy during that war.
Yeah.
Because of what was going on, and then they wonder why Test pulled out. You know?
You mean the group that no longer owns any soft space?
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, I don't blame them. It's like, okay, this is how you make your ish. You rat like a crazy man for a while in your super. You pay off your super, and then you start ratting so you can pay for all your PvP. And you do it like twice a week, and you got all your money you can spend on battleships and what have you. And then it's like, no, sorry guys, you got to rat every single day in your super or your dread and get jumped on because you're tackled for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I like this. The price of Omega, I think, is a good bar to set for ratting.
Yeah.
How many hours does it take you to Omega?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was planning to do that, and then they nerfed ratting. It's just horrible, dude. And it's so expensive to make some of those ships now, even more than it was.
Yep. All right. Um, so let's cover this really quick. Kylon, I already kind of give you the heads up. I'm going to be coming out with a forum post. I'll probably try to get up on Reddit too. Probably tomorrow evening. I'll have calendar kind of set up for Totality Day. From the events that I know of and I've been told about. So I'll be getting that stuff out there for our Totality Day funsies that's happening in
Nice.
like this 2 weeks from this Thursday is when Pachman flipped. So we got to get that stuff rolling. I'm reaching in my own wallet to give out prizes for the different events. I haven't nailed down what exactly I'm going to hand out for what ones, but like Domovic Swarm that I host, that's, you're getting a free Domovic to just have some fun pissing people off in Domovic. So so that doesn't really get a prize. That's roam the triangle and be pesky mosquitoes and Domovics.
Yeah, I do think that the best thing to do for this is because it lands on a Tuesday, only have
Thursday.
one event on Tuesday,
Yep.
Thursday, sorry, and have the rest over the Friday night through the weekend.
Yeah.
It was a whole week of things last time, so.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to do. I'll have the 2 races, which I'm going to have to poke some people to help me out with monitoring stuff to make sure people are actually going through the triangle and not cutting. um, but yeah, we'll have the 2 races probably on Totality Day, the official day. And we'll have one for the people that don't have 7.0 and another race for the people that do have 7.0.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But then you need a 7.0 monitor.
Yep. So just need a couple people to sit in the home systems to make sure people go through the home systems. But yeah, we'll do those probably on Totality Day, and then we got. I don't know if we'll do the Down to the free for all or not. I know we still have the pings. I'll have to see. But Care Bears Revenge will be fun. What was it? Return of the Care Bears this year, Kylon?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I had thought about changing the Return of the Revenge of the Careverts or something like that.
I mean, Yami, if you want to host the free for all again, you can. You hosted it
It's a
last
matter of
year.
what you like doing.
Um, and then we'll have the Donovic Swarm, which is normally just like an hour. We try to get through the triangle.
Mm. You just get to ScarCon and have a great time.
Yeah, it'll be interesting nowadays.
Yeah. Triangle's changed a lot since last year.
There's some harder targets to get through now. But the
Yeah.
Donovic Swarm's an NPSI, so
It's got a roach infestation.
yes. So some people get a little hurt during Donovic Swarm about who's shooting at them, but it is an NPSI fleet, so
Make sure you talk to your alliance before you do it.
yes,
No,
talk to
I'm
your
saying that
alliance.
seriously.
I mean, we try to
Because
stay away from people's blues, but not everyone's blues in the triangle are the same blues for everyone else. So
yeah,
White blues. White blues.
yeah,
and it's like Totality Day is not responsible for any diplomatic incidents.
hmm Totality Day is a celebration of being a triangle and trying to be as triangular as you possibly can.
Triangles don't care about diplomacy.
No. So let's get into our down and dirty. Reece has killed lots of stuff. If you didn't know, Reece is now he's been lying to us. He's been an Omega pilot for a while now.
Yeah.
He is Test Alliance's best super pilot, so he's been getting lots of kill mails on his own shit.
No. Come on. No,
uh,
actually, did you see? We should talk about that kill, that guy who self-destructed the fucking Titan.
oh yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
It's like, fraternity, what are you doing?
Who knows?
I
I
gave
don't
the
know.
link in the thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at it
It
right now.
wasn't it was an avatar with faction guns.
Yeah, 87 bill. No, 83 bill
Yeah.
avatar.
I mean, to me, that's like, what the hell's going on, you know?
Put your hands in the air like you just don't care.
It's like, was that someone like giving up on life? I mean, look, if you need to give up a Titan, just contract it over to Sabbat or Kylon, and they'll be happy to take it off your hands.
I will take it off your hands and sell it.
Yep.
You know,
No.
it just doesn't make any sense.
Make a little bit of ISK so I can flex Reese's account.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
yeah. Dude, there's so much shit in his cargo hold too.
Yeah, he dropped a Nestor too. Dropped a Nestor and a Hoarder. It's like, what are you doing, bud?
Speaking of kill mails, did you see that yacht that died? I think it was in Abazan.
Oh, dude, who the fuck goes through Amazon with 28 bill? I mean,
No, I
are
didn't see
you?
that. That's
Someone who
hilarious.
is unaware that there's a instalocker, like a serious instalocker. I think his name is McLovin. He does some special. He undoubtedly does some special things to get a fast lock time, like beyond that which is normally thought possible.
I mean, I know some of the like the best installers are the ones that are close to the server.
They're in a stiletto, and they're on that kill mail. It was 29.23 billion ISK, and 24 billion of it dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the loot
And
fairy was very nice.
oh, they were carrying lots of blueprint.
Oh, like me, but I moved all mine in a shuttle.
Like cerebral accelerators, I think, skill
Skill
injectors, skill
extractor.
extractors. Yeah.
Yeah, and
What
I'm
a
just like,
fucking idiot.
what are you doing? What is wrong with you?
Fucking moron. That's hilarious. That is actually pure
Well, I
hilarious.
learned the hard way about Amazon, okay? I didn't lose billions and billions of ISK in Amazon, but I learned the hard way. They blew me up,
Yeah.
okay?
I
Yeah, whatever technique you think you got for getting past the gate camp's probably not going to work there.
no.
It doesn't matter. They don't care.
Yeah.
You just got to send a scout,
learned
and that's all you can do.
I learned very early on about what not to fucking do.
It's like, if you want to troll a newbie, tell them to fly through Amazon with all their stuff.
It's I hate to say it, but it's way safer to go through Potion.
hmm
Oh, 150%. I mean, if you look at Amazon, lost, okay, lost this week. Let's see here. Let's look at weekly. But like, lost in that area all time is over 10 trillion S.
Yeah.
hmm
Just that one system. One system.
And it hasn't been. It had new gates added recently that made it, the new way to get to MR, right?
Yep.
That's
So
the
it
way to
wasn't
go to
wasn't
Amar
always
quickly.
it wasn't always a thoroughfare.
But when it was made one, it became the new hotbed.
Well, they have a Fortizar on the gate grid,
Interesting.
which often you will see kills with little, fighters that murder you. And normally what happens is somebody's in the structure and all they do is tackle, someone else tackles you and then the fighters kill you. And you can't do anything about the fighters because what are the fighters going to do? They're just going to recall them and have no damage.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, that's funny though. 28-bit. That is like the dumbest move ever.
Oh, but did you see there's also it looks like a stiletto that is 12 bill.
Hmm.
They couldn't. McLovin got him. McLovin got him.
So from what I understand, there's like a list of people or a queue that processes people's game inputs, and he logs in over and over until he gets a higher point on the list.
Interesting.
At least that's what I understand it. How I
That
understand
sounds like it should be randomized over and over and over.
it.
So you
Well,
can't just do
it
that.
is random. So that
No,
he
I'm saying
has.
throughout the time you're playing.
Oh well, it probably isn't. But that, and I've also heard he lives close to the server. So
Dude, this guy that McLovin has 3.22 trillion is of kills.
Yeah. Damn.
The guy is killing
I hear he
shit.
can catch pods and shuttles and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're really close to the server, I've seen some of the small gangers were talking about how they knew two dudes that lived near the server, and one of the dudes made the fastest align time ship possible, and the other dude made a dude to catch him, and I think it was like 1 in 5 he was actually catching him, and that's like being in a specialized ship to be the fastest align time possible, and still 20% of the time he was getting caught.
He's got a pretty gnarly kill board.
Yeah, it
I
happens.
mean, when you get good at the game,
Yeah.
what can you do?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he obviously knows the game very well. So
Yeah.
that's all.
Can't argue with that result,
Nope. So Kylon, since we're coming up on that time, you're gonna go past a little bit. Any fun kills?
Oh yeah, it's been a pretty good week for PvP for me. But the most fun was when we encountered Bjorn B and Pandalorica and a few other guys that I'm sure are Eve famous. They were mining in Vexers in Poshvin.
What?
Interesting.
And so I put the battle report in the chat there. I warped a Varger in on them and a few other things. A couple other guys in my corp. I think we bought a Lashak as well, and it was really fun.
Mission success?
Yeah.
That sounds like fun. Mine was we went out to go fuck shit up we were actually going to go hunt Frat and Horde. I went and bought a Balgorn to bring in, and we started gating, and Strivog decided to attack us. And I managed to get off, but I did manage to at least get on the kill mails of 2 Maguses and a Flycatcher that I neuted out.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole time I was kind of in panic mode. I was like, oh, fuck, dude. Oh, fuck.
I mean, it's just a Varger.
No, it was Barghest.
Vargas,
A
okay.
Balgorn, sorry.
Just
No,
Valgorn, man.
I literally just bought it that day, so I was like, oh, I
So?
hope it doesn't die.
It's ammo, man.
I know. Well, that's why I like my small ships. That's why I'm a small gang pilot.
It's not so painful when you die.
My 90 mil Hecate yeeting into the sun. I don't really care. Buy several more before it reaches the cost of that Balgorn. So
Yeah.
it was kind of it was kind of a cluster. And then of course where we were at, I had to like backtrack like 6 jumps and then extraction filament myself out into Caldari space and flew it back to Jeddah, and then now I've got it back in my docking station again in Parkman, so I can take it out again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a little hairy. I mean, I have some other kills after that where I went out in my Hecate with my normal small gang fleet that I'll take out with the boys. But that was fun. Like it was fun because, as you know, Kylon has said, this game, it can give you a heart attack.
Yeah, we don't need that though.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't.
Metaphorical heart attack,
Yeah, we don't want anybody getting hurt. So
right.
we gotta be careful.
Well, we will be back next week to kind of do a Totality Day event. Episode again.
It's the triangle season.
Yep, that's the most wonderful time of the year. So we're back next weekend to kind of talk through events and stuff, prizes, kind of reminisce a little bit about last year's and the invasion times. And then with Totality Day going on, we probably will touch back after Totality Day weekend is over, because I'm sure that's going to be a crazy weekend, unless, depending on what's scheduled, we get time to do an episode purposely, like kind of post, or if there might be an event or 2 left. We shall see. But next week will be fun times of getting all that stuff planned. So until next time, happy triangles, murder. Not people,
Yes,
but
indeed.
an Eve.
Yes. Capsuleers in the game only.